Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Frank Mularcik, and in this video we're going to be talking about how I've been working on mining some cryptocurrency actually over the past few months, and what exactly that is, how that's worked, and how much I've made. So the cryptocurrency I've actually been mining isn't one of the mainstream ones like Bitcoin or Ethereum. It's actually a cryptocurrency called Helium, which has the symbol HNT, and basically what Helium is it's a cryptocurrency that's designed to power sort of a digital network, an Internet of Things network throughout the world, if that makes sense. And basically, if you have one of these miners that basically secures the network, then you get rewarded in Helium tokens. So these miners are basically built on top of a Raspberry Pi, but they need these special keys. So they do cost a few $100s. Most of them are probably in like the $500 range right now, but the big thing is that there's pretty long wait times. If you're going to order one of these things right now, it's going to take probably at least 3 or 4 months, maybe more, to get it. So you can buy one on eBay or something for probably like $1,000 or even more, and then you'll get it now. So that's just kind of how the supply and demand for it is working right now. But I didn't actually buy one of these. I actually used this company called Emirates, and basically what they do is they buy them and then they basically ship this miner to you for free, and you set it up for them, and then you basically earn 20% of all earnings from that miner. And the reason for this is basically because the point of this mining and this Helium is to have this network around the world. So you need to have these miners in many locations throughout the world, sort of spread evenly to create a solid network. So if you can't just put like 100 of these things in the same room like you can with a mining rig for Ethereum. If you put 100 in the same room, it wouldn't really do much more than if you had just like 2 in the same room. So you kind of need to have them spread out. So that's why this company is doing this. They can basically send it out to you, and then you set it up, and you earn 20%, which sounds great. But there are a fair bit of problems with this Emirates company. They're just they're a new company, so they do have some problems and some growing pains. So let's just go through here and see what Emirates is saying about themselves. So basically, you deploy this cool spot, as they call it, and earn the Helium cryptocurrency by deploying the LoRa internet signal that powers the Helium network. And then basically there's some other features that Emirates is going to get into in the future, but this is basically what the device looks like. The one I have is black, but basically it just earns you cryptocurrency rewards by running those blockchain applications that build the global network and other things like that. So basically I've been running this thing since around July. I think I got it at the end of July, but like I said at the beginning or earlier, it is location specific. So you have to kind of assert it to a specific location, and it has to be pretty close to that location. So that's been one of my biggest problems, is just having it in the right location, as I've been moving around from my apartment over the summer, and then now I'm in the dorm, and I was at home for a few weeks and different points around that. And also I had some trouble. You have to connect it to the Wi-Fi wherever you are, and university Wi-Fi at UC was being really annoying, and was not allowing those transactions or those verifications to basically go through between the Helium network and my device. So I actually had to put it at a friend's house, and then at that house it's not really in the exact right location, so it's not really ideal, but I'm still making some money, and I'll show you that right now. So this is basically the Helium Explorer, and you can see some statistics about a lot of the miners. I'm gonna blur out the exact location and the name of the miner, because those are kind of like location specific things that are generally like private. I just don't want to share those details. But right now, basically you can see it's synced, and these are the earnings over the last 24 hours. Earned about 0.35 Helium tokens, and over the past 30 days it's earned about 8.5, and like I said, I get about 20% of that. So this is right now at the current market price, it's like $179. So I would get 20% of that, which is probably somewhere in the range of $38 or $37, something like that, which is not bad, but it's not that great either. So this is just for the last 30 days. We can look right here on this website. It sort of compiles your earnings, just kind of displays them. So in July, I earned almost, this at least miner earned almost 20, and then in August it earned about 4, just because I was moving around and I wasn't really in the right location for a lot of the time. So that is the first amount I got paid, this July and August amount. So that's almost 25 helium. So I got paid about 4.7, and we'll look at that in a moment. And then in September here, it earned around 9.5 helium, and I was having some problems with the Wi-Fi and location again this month, so that had some downtime there. And then so far in October, it's been up 3 days in October, and I made about 1.3 helium, or at least the miner has done that. And again, I only get 20%. So basically, what you do is normally when you own a miner, every time your device does some transaction, you get a little reward, which I can show you again here on the Explorer. If we go over to activity, basically whenever your miner does a transaction, you get a reward, and it'll basically show you that, and it sends it directly to your Helium wallet. So when you do something such as witnessing a beacon, it sends you a mining reward. But since this device is owned by this Emirate company, they are the ones that actually receive that award, and then they pay out those Helium tokens to you every month. So the first month, it's really only been 1 month, because you have to have a full month before you get paid. So August was my first full month, so I got paid in September for August and July. That was about 4.7 helium, and as you can see, I had about 4.7. They sent it basically to my Helium wallet, and then I sent it to Binance, which is an account I have with Binance there, and I sold them at about $19 per coin or per token, whatever you want to call it. It was about $90 that I got from August and July's amounts, which is pretty exciting. The next few months probably aren't going to be as much, but I'm not obviously haven't paid anything for this. They sent me this device for free, and I think it's a pretty interesting concept. I've actually tried to order a few other of them to different locations, because you can order multiple of them if you have different locations. But the big problem there is that since they are location specific, Emirate will only send you a miner if they think it's in a good location, basically. And so if you have too many of these miners in close proximity, then it's not going to do as much, and not going to do as much for the network, and it's not going to do as much to produce rewards for you. So if there's too many in one area, then Emirate's not going to send you a miner for that area. And likewise, if there's too few in that area, then there's no other miners nearby for it to communicate with, and therefore it's not going to get as much rewards in that area as well. So if there's too few in an area, Emirate won't send one to you either. So it's kind of a little waiting game, just to sort of wait, because basically both of the other areas that I requested one for, there's basically too few in that area. So hopefully sometime maybe in the next few months, as there start to be more and more miners throughout a little bit less urban areas, because right now pretty much big cities, there's groups of miners in those big cities, but then as you move further out into a little bit more rural areas and towns, there's fewer miners in those places. And hopefully in a few months maybe I will be sent miners for those other areas. That would be super exciting, because then I would be able to earn even more. But right now, this is just something I've been getting into a little bit. I sort of wish I just bought a miner straight up for myself, paid the full price, back in April or May when I first started looking at this. But I wasn't really sure if it would be worth the cost. But it is what it is. I have still been making money from this, which is pretty exciting. So I just want to hear if any of you guys have gotten into this or have heard of this Helium cryptocurrency. I think it's a pretty exciting idea, and I think it has some potential, in the future to do some pretty cool things. And at least for me as well, it's been great to, be able to earn a little bit of money off of it as well. So thanks for watching the video, and if you guys have not seen it, I actually did a video a few months ago about some of the cryptocurrencies that I own. So if you do want to see that, go right up here and check that video out, and I will see you guys in the next one.